Welcome back to Mediocre Manor. Today I'm going to go out front and work on the second part of the 1972 Prowler travel camper rebuild. So my plan today is to do a little bit more demolition, take off some of the skins around the sides and try to see how far that rock goes. So if you're interested in taking a look with me and see what's going on back there, stay tuned. Here we are. I got the back off. Came off in 4 pieces. There they are over there. The larger piece is actually behind me here. And basically what I found, we knew there was rot on the bottom. So we knew about all that rot over there. I'm not sure exactly the last thing I showed you, but this whole piece is covered in mold. If you can see it, it's got like a green mold. Not looking good. The insulation was completely soaked, and that corner is pretty bad with the rot. You can also see somebody had done some work here. This piece here is new, all this is new, and then this piece down the side is new. And if you look over here on the corner, you can see how bad this was, and you can see that somebody just replaced it here. So at some point, I'm not sure when that was put in. At some point, damn pig. That's the pig trying to come in the backyard so she can eat acorns. I'm not sure if you can hear her whinnying. But anyways, you can see how somebody fixed this back corner well enough, probably just to put that back wall on so that the back bedroom, bathroom was solid. Over this way, a little further up, this was behind the light. Pretty rotted. The whole side is just gone. Right up the side is pretty crappy. And so now the next piece that I would have to take off, not sure if it's going to focus or not, but it has those lights on it, and I really don't want to do that if I don't have to. So my plan for today, what I'm going to do today is remove that piece of plywood that's covered in mold. And then I'm going to work my way over here onto this side, and I'm going to take this door off. And the reason that I'm going to remove the door is because I want to take off these metal pieces here and see how far that rot goes back. Probably goes back to the door, but you can see here there's really nothing. There's no way for me to fix this piece of wood here if I can't fix the one that goes front to back. And so I can't see from this view. There's plywood in the, I could just tear off the plywood, but I really want to see what's going on for the least amount of work possible. This plywood seems pretty good. I mean, it's nasty looking, but so anyways, the plan is just to remove the metal on the outside over there, and that way I can get this out and I can see what needs to be replaced there. But this is pretty bad on the edges. So my new theory was that, I mean, both of those the edges must not have been properly repaired or sealed, because both edges are just completely gone and wet. This back here is even worse, and that section was even worse. The middle looks fine. It's got some mold starting, but I think what happened was the water was coming in the corner, and it was also coming in that lip that was right here and just dripping down and really just rotting everything. So anyways, I'm gonna get started on this. Okay, fun. Sam, cut it out. Alright, here's the door out, and as expected, more wood rot. Pretty much gone. Completely gone. It looks like somebody did some kind of repair here. Wood on the edges is not completely soaked through. The plywood seems a little soft. There's a tack in there. A little thumbtack. I don't know. This door jamb completely rotted out. So, great. This bottom piece appears to go right over here to the wheel well. So, I think that's all connected. That little tiny blue piece here, I don't see any seams. So I'm going to have to go all the way around. So, and the way that I've been doing this lately is just to take a screwdriver and get... See if I can get that to focus. Anyways. What I first tried to do was to pull the staples. Well, that one came right out. The wood's so wet. What I do now is put a screwdriver in between the metal and the wood and pry it out gently until the staple gives, and then I pull the staple out. Down here on the bottom, it actually curls around, and there's staples on the bottom. I don't know if you can see those. Those are rusty staples, so we're gonna have to figure that out too. That's gonna be a real pain to put back. So, might as well get started. It's gonna be a while. Well, here it is with the sides pulled off, and I pretty much went all the way up to here because the rot kind of ends right around here. All the plywood was completely rotted. That one's actually not that bad. The door frame, not good. All this down here is just dissolving. So, not really sure what's under there yet. And the door frame on this side is wet but not completely rotted. A little bit at the bottom, and then so I'm not really sure yet, but that's how that looks. I'm about to move on to the mold on the back. Oh, the smell is horrible. Okay, got that out. Now you can see what they've done is they've put the toilet up on a platform and all the plumbing goes under the platform, which is a pretty good idea. And I would, Sam, hey, drop it. No, drop it. Come here. Sam apparently loves eating moldy, rotted wood because he's just walking around trying to pick it all up. No. Hey, no, you don't eat that. Anyways, the bad news is this piece of plywood is covered in green mold. I think it goes behind the walls. If you can see that there. That is like fuzzy green mold. And when I look in there, it seems to be behind the bathroom walls. So unfortunately, the toilet's going to have to come off. And I'm going to have to get all that paneling off, which I was going to do anyways. So, that's the next step. And then okay. Disgusting this place. Okay, so as you saw, the toilet is out, it's removed, and I started working on this mold situation, and the good news is that the mold only goes in a couple inches. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it just goes in about maybe even an inch, and up here it's fine. So basically the way that this is set up is this is some kind of vinyl, this board, and they basically glued it. They've got 1/4 inch plywood here that they put on, and then this edging or molding, and then they put this on, which is like some kind of plastic. And it looks like maybe they had a problem at one point because there's little staples all throughout which have rusted, and then they painted over the staples. It doesn't look good, and it's even worse up on the ceiling. Those are all staples that they put on there that rusted. So, not a good look. Also, the shower is maybe the original metal, and that doesn't look very good either. I mean, maybe it could use a good cleaning. I'm gonna try to keep that shower pan because that's not bad. And I don't know, I guess I'm done with the bathroom today because I really don't know what to do. I suspect that this goes behind the shower. I may pull that off real quick and just see how that comes off, but it's just going to be a real mess. They've got molding up at the top, and it's stapled, it's glued, it's a mess. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do any more on the bathroom today. I may not do any more at all. I'm really not sure. I got about as far as I wanted to get. I may take the sink out, but over here is pretty nasty. So right now I'm just trying to decide what I want to do. Here, this is the piece of wood that goes like this, it's supposed to anyways, and it's just the wires are the only thing holding it up. The plywood seems pretty good. So if it's solid, you know, once I put it back together, I'm going to seal it up tight. So I may just replace all the wood around the edges, under the door, reframe the door, and call it a day. Now over here, this is another issue, but I'm hoping, so you can see the door comes over here, and then all this is also rotted. I mean, that's actually pretty solid, but there's a lot of wet wood up here, so I'm gonna have to take this off and go a little further. Over here under the front wheel well, it's the wheel, but near the front of the wheel, also some more rotted wood, which I'm not really surprised because you're driving down the road and there's water and the wheel's kicking up water. You know, that area, I would expect there to be rust there. So, I don't know, the prognosis for today, looking good, I guess. I mean, we got what we wanted to get done. All this is gonna have to be reframed, put back together. Now, the ceiling is a completely different story. Today, we had a lot of rain this weekend, inches. And when I came in here today, I don't know if you can see that, but there's a little tiny puddle down there. Right there on the floor. And you look up, and it's coming from inside this light. So, I'm gonna have to go up there. Maybe I'll take you up real quick and show you how nasty this roof looks. Okay, here is the roof. Not good. They put roof racks up here, probably for extra storage. Really dirty, it just needs to be cleaned. Lots and lots of sealant over every screw. Where it's leaking, right there in front of the solar panel, is a large puddle. See it? That's not good to have standing water on your roof. So, huge solar panel. Massive, massive solar panel. That's double the size of the 100-watt panel that I have on my van. It's double the size. That's probably, it's got to be at least a 200-watt panel. I'm not really sure. So the real problem is right there, that water puddling up behind it. And so, I don't know how we're going to deal with this. I really don't want to do the roof over, but we can't have low spots like that. Maybe I'll just reseal it. And everything's going to need a power washing anyway, so I'll get up there at some point. But anyways, that's that. Let's go see what Amy's up to. So how much longer until you get to start on the floors? We're getting close, right? We were talking about it.
Started on the floors, you know. This is the floor.
Yep. And what's the? Oh, you had a leak last night, right?
We
had, like I said, what?
From one of those screws. I think the I need to seal the interior perimeter of the top of the fan.
One of the screws that around the fan.
Yeah, I only did I only sealed it from the top on the outside perimeter. I didn't put it on the inside of the fan.
I gotcha.
Watertight.
And you just found some up by the front too?
Well, I knew that was there. I don't know if you can.
What's that from? Just the edge of the seat, or?
The
it's around the bolt.
resting, and then yeah.
Wow.
So now I'm thinking I should take up the whole seat and
take the seat off?
Both seats.
Well, what's your plan with the floor? How far up are you going?
Pretty soon I'm not gonna have any van left.
Right. That's kind of how it is with the camper over there. Just keep going.
What's my plan with the floor?
Yeah, like when you build the floor, does the floor go around and into the seat, like under the seat, or can you work on that later, or is it like once you go, you're kind of screwed?
I say that I'm not sure. I think I should just do it all at once because, you know.
Yeah, why not? This one doesn't look bad over here. It's silver.
Yeah, but not back there.
So we're taking the seats out. Cool. All right.
I knew I had to. I don't know when. I wasn't sure at what point. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, apparently we'll be working on these projects for the next couple of years.
But my heaters.
So everybody stay tuned.
I'll never be moving in.
This is Amy's van project, year 1. Second month. All right, we're all done for the day. Here's the new updated tent city. Basically Amy's idea. So we've got the camper here. That's Amy's floor over there. And then we've kind of got the old front door as a workbench. And we had it covered by this little tent, and the rain was blowing in the sides. So we now have at least 2 of the sides covered. And that's the back panel that had the bathroom window in it. This is the old shower wall. I got that out today. There's the other piece. There's all the other pieces of body paneling, and then as you can see, we've just got it wrapped up nice and tight for the night, and we will start again tomorrow.